Buenos días a todos, chavales, bienvenidos de nuevo a mi canal, a un nuevo directito. Hoy os traigo Vampyr, que es un juego estilo Dark Souls, chavales, pero de vampiros. Por lo que he estado viendo, el juego tiene buena pinta, pero habrá que probarlo para ver qué tal va el jueguecito. Así que espero que os guste, chaval, como siempre. Dejad vuestro like si os gusta, compartirlo y suscribirse si no lo estáis, chavales, para más amor. Así que vamos a empezar el directito y el juego. Vamos allá.
I still hear voices in my head every night.
Hola. Cojones. Empezamos aquí, ¿no? Sí. Contra más vida arrebates, más fácil te resultará avanzar. Ojo, ¿eh? Sí, tío, me desperta temprano, Fonfi. ¡Ay! ¿Qué tal, tío? Me he despertado tempranito hoy, tío.
"12 dreams for the Red Queen under crown of stone. 8 voracious beasts born from 8 restless nights. 4 nails piercing the flesh of the sinner. 1 prayer for the summoned, called by this song. 'Tis perhaps the countdown to oblivion for the once proud city of London. 'Tis perchance her inhabitants' last dance alone to face death and pestilence. Confronted by the eerie and unknown.
Me baja este juego del...
Desperate for answers. A flock's flight makes for an omen. The falling of a star, a dark
Del de este, del...
turning to priests for
Ya que no me acuerdo, colega.
there was no reason to be found.
Del...
When religion failed, men turned to science.
Joder, que no me acuerdo, Fonfi.
Such vain cities,
De la mierda esta de pago, tío.
endless war.
Y... nada, lo he instalado, tío.
Old answers withered. What is darkness but lurking sun? What is wall but
¿Cómo se llama,
enslaved
tío?
stone?
No me acuerdo
What
el
is
nombre.
glass but tortured sand? What is
Del
song
PS Now, coño.
to arms? What is hate but
Y me lo he instalado, tío.
What is life?
Ahora han puesto el PS Now durante 14 días, tío. En vez de 7 lo han puesto 14 días también.
Since the apple was plucked from the sacred tree, mortality was believed to be God's
Vas al club ahora, ¿no?
a righteous snare to keep mankind from ascending to the stars. They were all so wrong. Death is not a wicked thing, nor some holy retribution. A true punishment would be to never know its sweet kiss. Awaken from the harshness and be born once more.
Esto qué polla es, chaval. No se puede... Pone más sensibilidad, tío. ¿Qué cojones? ¿Qué es esto, loco? Hostia, qué paranoia, tú. Espero que haya un tutorial aquí al menos, ¿eh? ¡Cuidado! ¡Está herido!
Thirsty. So thirsty.
Señora. Lo siento. Mi amada querida.
My sweet brother. What have you done?
Mary! Oh, no. Mary!
Merry people. Que va, no me lo he comprado, hombre.
Hold on. Please, hold on.
Que va, Cicerón. Es del PlayStation Now. El lector sí, me sigue sin funcionar, tío.
It's a nightmare.
Se ha cargado su hermana, ¿qué dice, tío? Adiós.
No! Please, a moment, let me explain.
Hostia.
These patrols are after me. Over there! There's one of them! No! No! Don't shoot! This is a nightmare. I need to get out of here.
¿Esto qué polla tío? ¡Cuidado! ¡Un monstruo! ¡Mátenlo! ¡Mátenlo!
No! Please! Stop! I mean you no harm. What's going on? Oh, Mary. What have I done? What's all this about? Now, I can defend myself.
¡Wow! Esto es un Dark Souls en toda regla, vamos.
Who are you? Stay back! Don't let it out be your time! Sorry.
Esto es un Dark Souls en toda regla, vamos. Dark Souls de vampiros.
Who are you? Stupid beast! Sorry.
A ver si hay algo por aquí, nada por acá.
No, please, stop!
Don't like burning, does it?
Who are you? What do you want?
¡Ya, Pepito el pistolero! ¡Tira para allá, hombre! ¿Qué clase de juego es este?
I need help. Die, you fucking leech! Please, listen to me. I can't make any sense of this. Shut up, beast! Who are you? What is this all about? What in God's name? Do the rest of the job.
La luz, loco.
Just leave me.
¡Hostia! Un vampiro en toda regla, chavales.
The sun. It feels like it's burning me to the bone. I need to find somewhere to hide. Let me go!
¿Qué dices, loco?
I need to find shelter. Is anybody there?
One eye in the mirror.
The place seems abandoned. I should be safe enough here.
sorry. Whoever did this to us, I will find them.
Very people.
This one's dressed up fancy. Let's run through his pockets.
Picking the dead's pockets? Are you serious?
I've still a rent to pay. He's got no more responsibilities. What's this? Gold watch.
Beautiful it is. We fancy it in shadow takings. I suppose we are undertakers. Now, give him an Eve.
¿Cojones?
That's impossible.
Un reloj.
Who goes there? Who's there? Are you referring to me? No! No! I still have so much to accomplish. I still have so much left that needs doing.
¿Chelines? Nice. Pistolita.
Johnny, this one's lost. We need to leave. And now!
No! There's time. I can save him.
That's the enemy coming! The orders are to evacuate the hospital!
Done. He'll live.
And now what?
We fight. Killing is a hell of a lot easier than healing. No, it never got easy.
Revólver usado. Arma de largo alcance. 45 de daño.
This makes no sense. None of it. No sense at all. It's a nightmare. That's it. So be it.
¿Qué hace, loco?
Rational thinking only.
No quiero disparar, tío. Me obligan. Me obligan a disparar, chavales. Comienza el juego más raro, tío. Se despierta con el balazo.
This is absolute madness. I've lost touch with the real.
Madness it is, as mad as the moon. Tales blinding sunlight into a glowing with flesh.
What?
Voice in my head. If I'm not mad, then it must belong. one who made me what I am. I must find him to understand what I have become. These people want me dead. I need to leave now.
Here's the leech. Here!
LOL.
My head's spinning.
LOL, colega.
Come out, you coward!
It's locked.
Fucking beast!
I'm still in Southwark. I must reach the West End.
Over there!
Die, vermin!
One of them vermin!
There's a strength I never knew I had.
LOL.
Ain't such one of them! We have to stop it!
Me equivoco, tío. Con los esquives, colega.
I feel like a child learning the limits of my body. My strength, my reflexes. I'm not human anymore. My poor sister. If only I had controlled my need for blood.
A ver. ¿Para qué era eso? Sentidos.
Mary, someone will pay for what happened to you. For what happened to us. locked, all right. I can't believe I'm doing this. I have
Comiéndose la rata, ¿eh?
thirst for blood. I cannot enter.
¿Qué cojones?
It's locked. The dizziness from the jump. I can now. Control it. I cannot enter. What will London have to say to me? It's locked. I've so many questions unanswered. Another corpse. Have the very streets of London become a mausoleum?
Madre mía, el juego, tú. Está guapo, me está gustando por ahora. Está chulo, tío.
The man has been drained of all blood, but I can still smell the scent of it. I follow the scent's trail. Perhaps it will lead me to my assailant. Fresh blood. The smell is so strong. Where has everyone gone?
Guapo. Hostia, puedo curar a los ciudadanos enfermos. Suero para recibir un impulso. Pieza de mejora de arma para potenciar y personalizar tu arma. Qué guapo. Monstruo. Está columpiando. Cancelan los de estos, tú.
At last, a little life.
Welcome, sir, to the turquoise turtle. My God, sir, you look like Jonah's whale just spat you out of hell. Can I get you a drink?
No, thank you. I'm not thirsty.
Well, grab a chair and get some rest. This is going to be another long night.
Why is it going to be a long night?
You must be new around here. Don't you know about the murders?
Tell me more about these murders.
Every morning for the last few weeks, bodies have been found. And those poor sods didn't die of flu.
Tell me more about these murders.
Every morning for the last few weeks...
Do the police have any leads on a suspect?
Even before the outbreak, coppers never came round here. We're on our own. People die in these parts all the time, and no one cares.
Where am I? Where is this place?
You're at my bar, sir, the Turquoise Turtle. The last ray of light in this dangerous part of town.
So you're open all night?
Yep. Figured people might need a place to rest in these dark times.
Está guapo el juego, puedes hacer investigaciones y todo, tío.
I'm looking for someone who might have passed through here recently. Wondered if you might help.
It's been quiet tonight. The only other person I've seen went straight up to his room. Thought it was kind of rude, actually.
You mean he's still here?
Well, yeah. He paid for the entire week.
How long has he been here?
He rented the room a few days ago and didn't say when he'd leave.
Who is this man? What does he look like?
Well, like a gentleman, I guess. Well-dressed, quite polite. A professor or something fancy like that. Always writing, reading notes.
I need to meet this man. I have questions.
Just climb the stairs and knock on the first door. I heard him open his window, so I guess he's still awake. And, sir...
Yes?
No funny business, you hear me? This is a respectable establishment.
I hope I live long enough to see them wet boot boys get washed.
Good evening, sir. I wondered if I could ask for your help.
Wow, you look like you need a drink.
Yes. I apologize for my outfit. It's been a long night.
Been there, seen that. Don't worry, things can only get worse.
Has anybody entered the bar recently?
Can't say. Sorry. I spent the night making love to that gorgeous bottle, see?
This is important, sir. Are you sure no one has come in here in the last few hours?
I don't know and I don't care. This is a free country. People still have the right to come and go, don't they?
What's going on around here? It's like everybody is hiding.
You must be new here. Have you not heard about the murders? Everybody fears the return of the sewer dog.
Who is this sewer dog?
It's a local bogeyman.
Sabueso de las cloacas,
every crime that happened for decades. You murdered someone, blamed a sewer dog, eh?
You make it sound like it's a fairy tale.
People will always believe in monsters. It's easier than accepting their own darkness. We can all be monsters.
I'll leave you to your bottle then.
I should just run as...
Desde luego que todos nos
Hello,
podemos
sir.
convertir en un monstruo.
Are you all right? Is there any way I can help you?
I don't know. Maybe you could just talk to me.
Maybe you prefer to speak with Tom then. He's more agreeable talking to strangers.
I just want to talk. I didn't mean to scare you.
I'm not afraid, sir. It's just I've other customers to take care of.
I only see one customer.
Oh. Well, yeah, of course. I mean, I best check on them.
What's going on around here? Where is everyone?
Too many dead, sir. First the epidemic, now all these terrible murders.
The murders. What can you say about them?
Bodies found in the streets every morning. Drained of blood. It's just horrible. Some say the sewer dog is back.
The sewer dog? What's that?
No one knows. People have always disappeared around these parts. The ancients say it's the sewer dog coming out to feed. But now he's killing in the streets.
What have you heard about the epidemic?
There's a Spanish flu. Yeah. Killed so many last summer. Thought we'd seen the last of it. Dozens
La
dying
gripe
everywhere.
española, ¿eh?
Are the authorities doing anything?
Nothing. There are so many quarantine zones in England now. It's gotten really hard to travel across town.
What is this place?
This is Tom's bar, the Turquoise Turtle. I'm the barmaid here, Sabrina, if you want to know.
You don't seem to have much business.
¿Qué tal, Andrés, máquina? Saludos.
Most people are sleeping right now. And those that are awake tend to avoid going out. What with the murders and all.
Are you always open this late at night?
No, it's only since the epidemic started. Tom thought that people may need a safe place to stay.
Estamos jugando a este juego, tío.
I'll leave then.
Tiene buena pinta.
Damn it. I think drink no longer stirs me.
No sé si hay algo por aquí para coger.
Poor Jack. He didn't deserve this.
It's a good thing you cannot see me now, Mum.
I cannot enter.
Cannot enter.
This is no
Adiós.
place for you. Prewen has several patrols roaming the area.
Vamos a ver.
But they're looking for vampires, and they're most efficient.
They'll not relent until the killer has been identified.
I have a common objective, but I require them.
I think someone is eavesdropping.
Are you certain? You might as well come in, whoever you are.
Slowly, vampire. Who are you? I mean you no harm, saith the vampire. Present yourself.
I need a word. With anyone.
Well, that's something I can do for you.
No ve la cruz, colega. Casi me cruje.
And who...
A ver, este tío, ¿quién coño es? Doctor Edgar. Sano.
might you be?
I'm not sure that I know anymore.
Might I at least learn the reason of your presence?
That's none of your concern.
Sir, you have entered my room in the middle of the night, pale as a corpse and shaking like a tree. So please, indulge me.
Someone is molesting people. In fact, killing them. Biting them.
The calling card of a vampire. Like you.
I've been hunted down in the streets and attacked. I'm a victim here, too.
I believe you.
Then if you are not a vampire, who or what are you?
Dr. Edgar Swansea of the Brotherhood of St. Paul. I'm performing an independent investigation here in an attempt to understand precisely what is going on.
Then help me find the culprit.
I may, if you'll first tell me why you opened this door.
I followed a trail. The scent of blood from a recent victim. It led me here.
You thought I was your aggressor. That explains a great deal. We are both chasing the same shadow.
A shadow, indeed.
Sí, banana, es un juego de vampiro tipo Dark Souls, tío. De PlayStation Now. Está guapo.
No. I will find the monster. He is mine.
How will you do any better than I? But then let me ask you this.
El estilo de combate es de Dark Souls.
You find the killer.
I will at last have the answers to my questions.
Then I can only wish you good hunting. And pray we shall meet again.
Hostia, tú. No le saca ninguna pista, colega. Está guapo el juego, tío.
If Swansea is not my attacker, it means somebody else came here tonight. Someone must know something.
He didn't deserve this.
There's gotta be...
Hello, sir. May I disturb you again?
And you're still ugly as sin.
I'll leave you to your bottle, then.
Welcome back. Did you find what you were after?
I can't say I have. Are you sure no one else came into your bar before I arrived?
Hey, I told you, you were the only other stranger I've had.
I think you're hiding something from me.
I hide many things from many people, sir. That's what my job's about.
Pista requerida. Mierda.
I think you're hiding something from me.
I hide many things from many people, sir.
Goodbye, Mr. Watts.
Evening, sir. Can I help you?
I have a few questions for you.
Well, if you must.
I spoke to Dr. Swansea. He's not the man I'm looking for. Now, I want the truth.
The truth? What do you mean?
I suspect that someone else was here tonight. And I don't think Tom wants to tell me about it.
I'm just the barmaid here, okay? If Tom says you're the only visitor we had, then you're the only visitor we had.
I can feel your fear, madam. Please, tell me what's going on.
It's Will. William Bishop. He came in here earlier tonight and he... Well, I thought he was going to clock someone.
Why are you so afraid?
I mean, his skin, his hands. I scrubbed every glass and every chair that he touched. God, I hope it's not contagious.
What happened tonight?
He was dead drunk as usual. But my God, his eyes, his face. He must have caught something awful. He shouted and cried. It was terrible.
Tell me about this William Bishop.
Will was a sailor who worked at the canning factory before he lost that job.
Al final hemos sacado la información.
He's never been violent until tonight.
Why keep it a secret? Why not tell me about it?
Tom's nothing if not loyal. After Will lost his job, he offered him one ear. They used to be good mates. But recently, well, Will started to get very aggressive.
I see. Thank you for your...
Ha descubierto una pista. Revela información secreta de un ciudadano o sobre alguien conocido. Tom y Bill Bishop solían ser buenos amigos. Los vampiros necesitan sangre humana para evolucionar. La barra de calidad de la sangre indica que la cantidad de experiencia que recibirás al alimentarse de un ciudadano.
You again. What can I do for you?
Tom, talk to me about the visit from your old friend, William.
Yes, Will came by tonight, but he's not my friend anymore.
Why lie to me if he is not your friend?
I didn't lie. I said you were my only unannounced customer, and that's the truth.
Who is he?
William. Just an old sailor who loves his gin too much. He worked for years at the canning factory before it closed.
Is he dangerous?
Yeah. Like many drunks, he's all bark and no bite. Can barely stand up most of the time.
How was he tonight? Was he different?
Sicker than usual, perhaps. He whined and mumbled about how mean people were to him and how he'd like to talk to me outside, and then he left when I refused.
I need to find him. It's a matter of urgency. Do you know where he is?
You could try his boat. It's up by the North Pier. He sleeps there when he's too drunk to get home.
Please describe him to me.
What'd you expect? He's a tall, sick bastard with a bad rash and torn old clothes. William used to be strong.
Pero es que, a ver, Banana, tienes que... También se trata de investigar. ¿Me entiendes? Pero es un juego de peleas, como el Dark Souls y yo. Ya lo vas a ver.
I will get to the bottom of this intrigue. What's been done to me, to this city.
El juego está guapísimo, vamos. Ahí está el borracho.
The body is still warm. This man has just been drained of blood. What's this? Some sort of note. This man was armed. He tried to defend himself. This corpse has been dried of its
Él lo que está haciendo es investigar por qué lo han convertido en vampiro.
Blood and empty
¿Sabes?
genitals.
Por eso hace preguntas, para saber qué está pasando.
There are blood splats on the other side of the canal. I must reach that part.
Mira, ya verás. Monstruo.
Ammunition crate. Good.
Esto
I may
no.
need a lot of bullets.
Aquí nada.
I feel like I'm back on the front line again.
La sangre, colega. Un enemigo será más resistente a ciertos tipos de daño. Existen 4 tipos de resistencia. Cuerpo a cuerpo, largo alcance, poderes, sangre, sombra. Vale, este cuerpo a cuerpo es resistente. Y este cuerpo a cuerpo un patanata. Monstruo. Nice.
See any of these bastards back here again?
Get them weapons! Murdering bastard! He's dead!
Madre mía, tú.
Sir, step away! Over there!
A tu casa. Escondite nuevo.
Fresh blood. The whole building reeks of it. The scent is so strong it makes me dizzy.
Padaña, lol. ¿No? ¿Qué pasa, Kenzo? Maquinón.
It's locked. This place reeks of bloodshed.
Feel it.
This creature is bedeviled. I must put it down.
Más fácil.
Stop. William was an honorable man. I could have saved him.
Mr. Hampton, are you in there?
We knew him well. Another
Guapo el juego, tío.
Sir, listen to the sound of my voice. I'm a doctor. You're suffering from shock.
I must return to my flock. They stray without me.
Hostia.
Remember, certain skulls are every bit as resistant as we are.
Who are you? What do you mean by scowl?
You truly are a newborn. I should have realized.
Wait. You are the woman from the bar. Are you... like me? Can you help me?
I believe, sir, I already have.
LOL.
By George and the Saints, you've solved the mystery of these terrible murders. Patience, good fellows, I've come to offer help. Just give me a moment to secure my boat. We can leave this awful place.
William was not the evil man they claimed. He was just taken by the thirst. He needed his drink.
This man requires medical attention. We'll see he gets to the nearest hospital.
No, please, I must tend to my fold. My flock needs me.
There, sir. Go with the good Dr. Swansea. He's resourceful, and I'm sure he'll take good care of you.
You'd best come as well. The sun is soon to rise, and you'll need a place to rest.
I just need a moment. If I can learn something about what has happened to William, I'll be a step closer to understanding what happened to me.
This poor creature can't be my maker. Could it be some subspecies of vampire? I must find a place to analyze the blood.
Vamos.
Where are we headed?
We're on our way to the Pembroke Hospital. It's just across the canal. They'll have a bed for poor Mr. Hampton.
William was... what manner of creature was he?
Predator, prey, villain, and victim. Who can say? The important thing is that he's been stopped.
Duly noted. And the woman? What... who is she?
What woman?
Oh, don't play me for a fool. You used me to locate that skull. You must know who she is.
And I thought you a gentleman. You shouldn't talk about a lady behind her back, but I will tell you she values her privacy. Were London as peaceful as she appears from the middle of the canal? If only that were the reality of the situation.
To be honest, I've always tried to avoid this part of town.
Pembroke Hospital is the last bastion between the rest of London and the epidemic. The flu has decimated the East End and the war still rages. Welcome to the front lines of a plague.
This is where you work, Dr. Swansea?
I am the administrator of Pembroke Hospital.
I thought you were here in service of your mysterious order, the Brotherhood of...
Of St. Paul's Stole, yes. But first and foremost, I'm a man of science. A physician, like yourself, Dr. Reed.
How do you know who I am?
No need for modesty. You are Dr. Jonathan Reed. A surgeon of some
Está guapo el juego, chavales. Entretenido.
You are correct, sir.
I knew it. I had my suspicions. But when you took the blood sample from the corpse of poor William, I was certain. Dr. Reed. Marvelous.
Have we met?
I attended 3 of your seminars before the war. I have the utmost admiration for your research. And what a turn of fate. England's most esteemed blood specialist returns to London a vampire.
That word, again. From a so-called man of science.
I understand. Traditionally, the role of science is to refute myth, but when myth walks among us, the Brotherhood of St. Paul has dedicated its purpose to their study. There's so much for you to learn.
Of that, you are right.
Well, then let me be blunt. Join my staff at Pembroke Hospital as a physician. I suspect you'll not find a better post of employment to contemplate your predicament.
This is sudden. I was returning home to see my sickly mother. But alas, that was before contracting this affliction.
Dr. Reed, take a moment to consider. The post would be for the night shift, providing a good explanation for your absence during daylight hours. You'll be adequately reimbursed and have a place to hide. I even had the forethought to bring some clean clothes. So, what do you say?
It seems I have little choice, but yours is a generous offer, so I thank you.
Brilliant! Oh, Jonathan, this is one for the book, and the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
Bueno, ahora él más o menos ya sabe lo que está pasando. Ya no es que esté un poquito ido de la olla, no. Ahora ya sabe qué está pasando. Tiene pistas. Información. Tiene trabajo. No voy a dar, tío, ¿eh?
Dr. Swansea, thank goodness. I was beginning to be concerned.
Worry no more, Nurse Crane, for I bring good news.
Oh, Doctor, what a night. We lost 2 more patients. Nurse Scow said she couldn't take it anymore and resigned.
Yes, well, I'll make a new rota in the morning. In the meantime, find a good bed for Mr. Hampton. Be sure to pay attention to his needs.
Of course, Doctor.
Oh, and Dorothy?
Yes, Doctor?
Dr. Reed here has just returned from the front. He served King and Country and will be joining us here at Pembroke. We're very lucky to have gained a surgeon of his talent, and one so experienced in blood transfusions.
That is good news indeed, Doctor.
Oh, yes. Here at Pembroke, it's not what we have, but what we haven't. It's only thanks to Nurse Crane and the staff that our ship doesn't sink. If you have any questions, just ask her.
Duly noted. Thank you.
Your assistance is required, Dr. Swansea, immediately.
Welcome aboard, Jonathan. We'll catch up after my rounds. Coming, Nurse Crane. I'm coming.
Rotten or pristine, each heart contains the seed of life. Drink at this river, try it all.
Oh, come on, you bastard! I won't bite.
Sir, please. You've lost too much blood. Calm yourself.
You think I didn't notice? Stop your staring and get me to an hospital, you arse!
Insulting a good Samaritan. Not exactly the way to get rescued.
All right, sorry. I am in pain here. My guts are spilling out onto the street and you're yabbering on.
Yes. That's a very nasty wound you've got there. Take my word, I am a doctor. Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Name's Clay Cox. I'd appreciate you helping me to a better place, Doc.
Follow me, Mr. Cox. Let me assist you to that better place.
dance with him the dance of life and death.
No more. Not tonight. Not like this. I will not take another life.
What happened?
Lo puedo matar.
It is wise for the huntsman to sometimes let his prey go. But no famished hunter can
Lo
run.
puedo matar o dejarlo libre, ¿eh?
It's locked, all right.
Qué interesante, chaval. Ya depende si quiero experiencia o no. Pero a mí me interesa matarlo con mucha experiencia.
Doctor, where have you been? I've little time to play hide and seek with new staff members, no matter how illustrious they may be.
I found a wounded man by the docks. He answers to the name of Clay Cox. He requires urgent medical attention.
Already making the rounds? That's the Pembroke spirit. I'll ask our porter, Milton, to bring him back immediately.
Thank you, nurse. What can I do for you?
Dr. Swansea insisted we provide you
Ve, lo dejo vivo.
You'll find it on the second floor with your name on the door.
Thank you.
Y a la larga puedo sacar información de ese tío.
Yes, Dorothy Crane. Welcome to Pembroke Hospital, Dr. Reed. Your office has been prepared.
I would like to ask a few questions first. What kind of man is Dr. Swansea?
Well, you accepted the job from him. I thought you would have known about your employer.
Apologies, I've only just met him the once. This is sudden. I've only just returned to England.
Dr. Swansea is a brilliant surgeon and the most compassionate physician.
It's right to assume Dr. Swansea knows far more about me than I do about him.
You'll get to know him soon enough, and better than me. The administrator has better things to do than mix with us.
And Mr. Hampton, the patient we brought in, how does he fare?
I gave him a sedative to help him sleep. Poor thing was in quite a state of shock.
If you could point me in the direction of my room again, nurse.
Second floor of the hospital, left after the stairs. It's the last vacant office at the end of the corridor.
Thank you, Nurse Crane.
Gran experiencia, tío.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'm new here.
I've already heard about you, Dr. Reed. I'm Milton.
Puedo matar a todo el mundo si quiero, ¿eh?
For this shithole of a hospital.
Ojo, colega.
Introduction, Mr. Hooks.
You can call me Milton. I like to speak my mind, Dr. Reed. Perk of the job. Don't judge me, and I won't judge you.
I'm not sure I understand what you're talking about.
Well, I'm no doctor, but I'm pretty sure a gun can't be used as a surgical instrument.
You have a keen eye. I learned to shoot during the war, and have carried one ever since. Old habits die hard.
No need to explain, Dr. Reed. And if you ever need a better gun, remember, I may have something for you.
Hostia. Míralo. 1000 de vida. Pista requerida.
How is the situation around here?
You want to hear the situation is all right? It's fucking awful. We lack everything, and it's getting worse every day.
Are you really smuggling weapons through the hospital?
And why not? I've already been attacked by patients, you know. And by gang members willing to steal my money.
But you're not defending yourself. You're selling guns to civilians.
You keep people alive your own way, Doctor. I offer them another way to protect their health.
So what do you do exactly in this hospital? Apart from smuggling guns, I mean.
I've been an ambulance driver since... too long, I guess. I bring sick people here night and day. It's a dirty job, but I get it done. Most of the time.
It sounds like things have been a bit rough recently. What's happened?
Yesterday I got attacked by the patient I was bringing in. I escaped through the hospital's garden, but I lost my wallet when I was running.
You left an infected patient outside the hospital? That's incredibly dangerous.
Go there yourself if you want, but be careful, Doctor. I'd rather not bring your dead body back.
Una investigación. Medianoche en el jardín del bien y del mal.
Since you're on the front line, how is the sanitary situation in this vicinity?
It's a complete disaster. It's even getting dangerous to enter some streets or buildings. Even the locals attack you.
I'd like to see your goods.
Wise choice, Dr. Reed. A reliable gun is what everybody needs these days.
Tres chelines, tío.
It's locked.
This is a poor...
Good evening. I'm Dr. Reed.
Always a pleasure to meet a colleague, sir. Especially when he was supposedly dead.
A colleague? Are you a doctor too?
Not anymore, sir. I used to be Dr. Rakesh Chadana. Now, I'm just Mr. Chadana, pawnbroker and humble guardian of this morgue.
What do you mean, you used to be a doctor? Was your license revoked?
No, sir. It is just that I like to be precise. I run a little pawn shop while taking care of the dead. But I used to be a real doctor.
Te tiene experiencia aquí, ¿eh? ¿Quién coño es?
Are you afraid or uneasy being surrounded by so many corpses?
Why should I? These bodies are empty vessels. Flesh left to decay. Poof. No soul anymore. All gone.
An interesting point of view. And quite an exotic one, too. Most people fear, or at least have a respect, for dead flesh.
Sir, as a medic during the war, I learned to face my death and the death of others. It's the pain we have to tame, not death itself.
How did you get this job?
After I left the army, I worked as an undertaker down by the docks. A dangerous place with many an unpleasant business there. Milton Hooks helped me get a job here.
Do you work here alone?
Yes, very easy work, sir. All I have to do is watch a few bodies. The situation was very different when the main morgue was still open.
Why do you have to watch these bodies?
Because these poor fellows have no names.
Hay una cosa que no entiendo todavía,
Someone comes looking for the missing.
que es lo de cautivar.
Very rarely happens.
Ve, lo puedo llegar al nivel 4. Entonces supone que si desbloqueo todo y lo cautivo, toda la experiencia que haya acumulada se la puedo quitar yo. Pero si es un mercader, nivel de cautivarlo, ¿ves?
Why close the hospital?
Pero si lo mato, cautivándolo, puede traer consecuencias.
Do you need medical attention?
I'm feeling all right, Doctor. But perhaps it is because I, too, am used to the smell of the dead.
A pawnbroker? I expect you get all types of people here.
Yes, sir. All kind of people. For I sell all kind of goods.
Who comes here to trade with you? It's very unhygienic, even unsafe. Diseases can spread. For the customers, for the hospital.
I'm very cautious, sir. I've been a doctor, remember? And all my clients are good people. In fact, I think I only know good people.
Es un juego realmente tranquilo, pero a la vez también tiene acción. Está guapo, me mola el estilo que tiene este juego.
What kind of goods?
With the quarantine, it's not always easy to buy things. So I trade. I exchange.
Un toque de cada cosa.
Some people sell.
De diálogo.
Others buy. I like to help.
Y de acción.
Since you're not afraid of dying,
Adiós.
do you believe in life after death, Rakesh?
No. I believe we must do all the good we can while alive. For our time is short, and the obstacles are endless.
Do you think you would enjoy immortality as a concept?
I don't think so. Don't mistake me. I love life, and I'd like to live a long life. But everything has to decay, sir. Even goodwill.
Do you really believe goodwill?
Esto va cada vez más, ¿eh?
As I said, sir, everything decays. If I was to never die, goodness, I would be bored or worse. And I like to be helpful, sir.
Quite depressing, wouldn't you say?
Yes, but the good news is we'll all die before losing our humanity.
So you're ready?
No, I am not. I don't fear death, for I won't see it. What troubles me is the pain my death will inflict to those I know.
You're a wise man, Mr. Chidana.
No, Dr. Reed. I am a foolish man. But I like to think otherwise.
Have we met before?
I don't think so, sir. Why?
When we first talked, you said you were glad to meet me since I was reported dead.
Funny story, sir. Your sister came here a few nights ago. You were missing, and she was looking for your body. She must be very relieved now.
Adiós.
Do you work here alone?
Yes, very easy work, sir. All I have to do is watch a few bodies. The situation was very different when the main morgue was still open.
Please show me what you have to sell.
Of course. It's just trinkets and
Codeína, lol. Opio. Gripe española, bro, ¿qué hablas, tío? Qué bueno, tío. Qué guapo, puedes encontrar artículos en los de esta basura y todo, colega. Me mola eso a mí, tío.
It's locked, all right.
Locked, all right. Botella pequeña. La música me mola, tío.
Scowl voices in the garden. I should investigate. If they were to find somebody.
Tía, tú. ¿Qué hace, colega? LOL, colega. ¿Qué, tío? Colega, como un chozo. loco. Qué guapo está el juego, chaval. Me mola que flipas. Me está gustando muchísimo.
I cannot enter.
Muchísimo. Tengo que mirar todos los textos de basura que hay. Mira, aquí una caja. Es que de todo por todos lados. Oh, vaya niño. Vámonos. Antes de hablar con este. Vamos a devolverle la cartera al tío este.
Good evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doctor. Still trying to save lives?
I have some good news, Milton.
What? The epidemic's over?
I retrieved your wallet with all the money and a certain picture.
Well, yeah, Pippa Hawkins is my girl. So what? Is it the difference of skin colour that bothers you?
Not at all, Milton.
Good. Please, take this money anyway. To remind you to keep your mouth shut. Not everybody is as broad-minded as you, Dr. Reed.
Toma, 40 chelines, vamos.
What's going on between you and Nurse Hawkins?
Pippa's tired. Tired of all this shit. Tired of all those corpses piling up. She's as depressed as I am.
During the war, I witnessed a few couples just like you come together in difficult circumstances. It can be very damaging.
Maybe you're right. But we support each other. And that's all that matters.
You do realize you could both get fired. Hospital staff are not meant to have intimate relationships with one another.
Come on, Dr. Reed. Do you know how many rules are broken in this hospital every day just to keep it running? There's nothing wrong with what we're doing.
Goodbye, Milton.
Y toma información. Vale, ya sabemos. De que este tío tiene relación con esta pava. Interesante. Esto aquí. Vamos a hablar con el de aquí afuera. A ver qué se cuenta. No sé, que hay un montón de gente con la que hablo aquí. A ver.
Good evening, nurse. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed, the new surgeon here at the Pembroke.
Dr. Swansea has already told us about...
Did he really? It's a...
All members of staff have already read of...
I see. Well, I'm a little...
You must know. Blood trans...
How are things here?
Not good, to say the least.
An invisible enemy? Quite...
Sorry, Doctor. These last few weeks have been...
Do you think this hospital can support...
We are all volunteers here.
I'm not familiar with all the staff yet.
Brilliant professionals. Most of them. Doctor...
Most of them? Is there a problem?
It would be inappropriate for me to speak...
Is there anyone that stands out?
Well, I have never met someone as...
Why should his age be a problem? Nurse Brannigan, if you do know something, please...
No. I may disagree with some...
Goodbye, nurse.
¿Ves? Hablando con gente puedes sacar información de la otra gente y luego a esa persona le puedes preguntar esa información. Y así se desbloquean las pistas, chavales. Interesante. El jueguecito. Y aquí había ante un tío. ¿Dónde está, colega? Vaya lol. Tiene información aquí para hablarle.
Good evening, Nurse Brannigan.
Good evening, Doctor.
La misma.
Goodbye, nurse. Call me if you need. Good evening, Nurse Brannigan.
Good evening, Doctor.
Goodbye, nurse. Call me if you need assistance. Good evening, sir.
So it is true. The famous...
Do we know each other?
Actually, yes. We met once before.
Dr. Tippett, yes, I remember. I was assisting Professor Cook.
He was also very confident about your future.
Está agotado.
What is the Pembroke Hospital situation?
This hospital is not exactly the best.
It's more than enough. In any case, the personnel of a hospital...
Don't be misled by appearances, Dr. Reed.
Doctor Trippers. Este está con esta.
What can you tell me about the staff in the hospital?
Some are really good, and others are not.
Tell me more about cherished people.
Nurse Brannigan is a pearl. She is the most helpful and dedicated nurse I've ever worked with. A clever...
You really seem to admire her skills.
I'll go even further.
¿Ves? Saco información.
If she was a man, she would be a damn fine practice.
Según Coronel Tripper, está mucho más cualificada que cualquier enfermera, ¿ves?
Any opinion about the manager?
I don't always agree with Dr. Swansea's reserve, but I must admit he does all he can to keep this facility running.
Ah, yes, the burden of command. I was fed up with this concept while serving as a medical officer.
Don't get me wrong. Swansea's a good administrator. I just wish he would get out of his office now and again.
You're exhausting yourself, Corcoran. Maybe you should think about preserving your strength.
No. We must keep on healing all those...
You've nothing to prove, Dr. Tippett, to anybody. And we all praise your experience. Please, have some rest.
I am perfectly fine, and I am not too old for this job.
You're exhausting your...
No.
You've nothing to...
I am perfect.
Goodbye, Dr. Tippett.
Qué guapo, los personajes se van moviendo.
Dr. Swansea is right. This place seems perfect to conduct my research. Good evening, nurse.
Good evening, Doctor. I don't think we've been introduced yet.
And I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. Dr. Swansea has recently offered me a position.
Well, it's a euphemism that...
How would you describe the situation?
It's serious. The flu is real.
Nurse Hawkins, the Spanish flu...
I wish I could believe you. But what...
You must get a...
Sorry. I'm exhausted.
How long have you been a nurse?
Well, long enough to see that the epidemic is winning.
You'd be surprised what dedication can achieve.
Sorry.
How is the Pembroke staff?
Well, not well. Milton, the ambulance driver, is even more grumpy than usual. Especially concerning doctors.
Why is Milton grumpy on a daily basis?
Milton's not the kind of
Este está
man
con
who's
Milton.
bothered about a bad reputation, whether he deserved it or not.
Toma. Información. La reputación de Milton es mediocre entre sus compañeros.
Why does Milton dislike doctors?
I don't know. Just ask him. But be warned. Milton is not the chatty type.
Pepper, I know you're very close to Milton Hook.
Yes. Milton Hooks is my man.
I have no intention of reporting you, Nurse Hawkins. But are you aware of the risks?
The rules say I won't be allowed to work as a nurse anymore.
Is he worth the risk?
Hey, I'm no perfect woman, and Milton is not the finest bloke. But we do our best to get by. That's all any of...
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
It's safer here than anywhere else.
Good evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doctor.
Why do you have such a mediocre reputation among your
¿Veis?
colleagues?
Se desbloquean cosas.
Fuck them. Nobody knows the horrors I've seen since working here.
I know it's a difficult task, but correct me if I'm wrong. Is this not the job you are paid to do?
I've seen babies left to die while their brothers were properly fed. Underage girls and boys sold to all...
I'm sorry, I don't know what to say.
Yeah, exactly. We lack words. So excuse me if I don't look on the bright side of life.
Goodbye, Milton. Good evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doc.
Goodbye, Milton.
Hacen falta más pizza. Vamos a ver, carajo, Dios, colega.
I believe we're going to be Dr. Reed. Dr. Swansea informed us of your arrival, but I could not dare to believe we'd have such good fortune.
Thank you.
I am Thoreau Strickland, Doctor.
Please, could you tell me...
I'm a great admirer of your work concerning blood transfusion, Dr. Reed. I run my own experiments. I'm convinced it's the future.
What made you choose to be a doctor?
I'm not ashamed to admit you and your work have inspired me.
It's always a pleasure to share scientific and medical...
This epidemic may be the century's most terrible disaster, but I'm convinced that we, as doctors, are the only ones...
I based my technique on my mentor's research. He helped me perfect my method. What is yours?
I'd rather not talk about it. For now, it's just theories and first approach.
As long as you're cautious and methodical, you may remain empty-handed. But you won't fail.
You're not the first one to warn me. But I am convinced knowledge is the main weapon against the ravages of this...
What can you tell me about...
Well, it has always been an honor to work with Doc.
Do you need help with anything?
Well, yes, maybe. I'm waiting for a batch of products I ordered for my personal research, yet my supplier seems to have vanished.
Do you want me to play the errand boy for you?
Oh no, Dr. Reed. But if you went...
I see. Well, give me the address.
Allah.
You seem quite optimistic. It's a rare...
I'm convinced that this epidemic is a test of endurance and dedication for us men of science.
Questions remain about our capacity.
True.
Tell me more about your willingness to experiment with new medical techniques.
Harvey Fiddick is a patient suffering from a severe injury that could cripple him if not treated correctly. I'm convinced your blood transfusion technique could help him.
What is it you really want? To save?
Fair question. I want nothing.
Tell me, Mr. Fiddick's...
Our first diagnosis was compromised because Mr. Fiddick lied to us about the real origin of his injury. He first claimed it was an accident.
But why would he hide such crucial information from us?
Because he is a proud father, ashamed of putting his children at risk because of his own negligence.
Ojo, eh.
This personal involvement could also appear to...
I agree. But that does not excuse Dr. Ackroyd's behavior. A man who did not even take time to converse with his patient.
Do you think keeping his distance was a mistake?
All I know is that I'm taking care of human beings.
Goodbye, Dr. Strickland.
A ver.
What can I do for you, Doctor?
Thank you, Nurse Crane.
My sweet girl.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I believe we're going to be colleagues. Does my arrival inconvenience you in some way, Dr. Ackroyd?
Let us just say that I don't particularly share Dr. Swans's enthusiasm for hiring you. What we need here are reliable professionals, not overrated dabblers.
Aficionado sobrevalorado, pero este tío. Vamos a ver, hombre.
If you have a problem with me, Dr. Ackroyd, please feel free.
Dr. Swansea has imposed your presence on me.
I know we've never met before, but I believe this hospital could use all the help it can get. You will agree.
Oh, but I have heard about you, Dr. Reed. Of course, you can't say the same about me, since I have not wasted my time courting...
¿Qué dice este?
Aren't you too old for such jealousy? It really won't do you any good.
Don't be ridiculous, Dr. Reed. A simple glance is enough for me to know you have nothing for me to envy.
Tell me, Waverly, What do you think of Dr. Strickland's enthusiasm for his experimental research?
Strickland is playing with his patients' lives for pride and glory.
Are you thinking about something in particular?
Harvey Fiddick needs delicate surgery. I believe we should stick to the usual procedure. But my young colleague obviously...
And are you not afraid that your rivalry with Strickland may be blinding you?
Rivalry? I guess you could call it that. But I will never be childish enough to let my personal feelings affect my judgment.
Why do you wish...
I strongly believe that Mr. Fiddick should not be butchered to test an unproven procedure.
Other people may say that's too conservative a point of view.
Conservative? And what are you going to say to Mr. Fiddick if he loses his arm because of the operation? Because that's what's going to happen.
Why do you wish to lead this?
I strongly believe that Mr. Fiddick should not be butchered to test an unproven procedure.
Other people may say that's too conservative a point of view.
Conservative?
Since your tenure in this hospital is longer than mine...
Let's just say I'm tired of the carelessness around me. I have always respected the skills of Dr. Swansea, but over time his enthusiasm has become...
Carelessness?
We're here to save lives. The people who trust us are not volunteering for experimentation. They're here to be healed.
I don't intend to run any radical experiments.
Modern medical methods were created through audacity and...
I don't know what you've heard about me, but I have already proved my value as a practitioner.
I don't question your skills, Dr. Reed, but your motive. Is it money, fame, or are you truly dedicated?
And what exactly is that supposed to mean?
I served in the war just like you. But unlike you, I did not use the wounded to play the modern sorcerer.
Be careful what you insinuate, Dr. Ackroyd.
I only want you to admit you used those men to improve your theories.
This is ridiculous. My blood transfusion technique saved many lives, and you know it.
You see? That is exactly what I hate about people like you. You avoid this kind of accusation instead of facing reality.
¿Este qué habla?
It seems you have bad memories of your military service.
I refuse to see this industrial slaughter as scientific progress. War only reveals the worst in...
We can at least agree on something, Dr. Ackroyd. Thank you for your time. We'll talk later.
Este que está fumando otro.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed.
I don't know if a third opinion is needed.
I see. Would you...
I'm Harvey Fiddick. All I want is to get me bloody arm fixed properly.
Tell me about yourself.
I'm just a regular guy waiting to get his arm fixed, so I can return to work and to my family.
I was more curious about what you were doing before being hospital.
I'm a carpenter, and a good one too. But that means I need both arms to feed my family.
Are you satisfied with your treatment?
Well, it's clear that I've chosen a bad time to be injured.
I won't lie to you about it.
Are you sure you don't want to operate yourself, Dr. Reed? I have the feeling you're very capable. And your colleagues seem to think so too.
In other circumstances, you would be right. Tell me about the doctors who are...
Strickland and Ackroyd. They both want the best for me.
What do you mean?
I often had professional arguments with rivals on a building site. Difference is I disagreed about wood and nails, not flesh and bones.
Tell me about your injury, Harvey. Why do you feel so guilty about it?
My wife died because of me. And now I may lose everything because I've been careless enough to hurt myself.
Nice. La mujer dejar durante la muerte.
How could your job be responsible for your wife's death?
I was working a double. She went out to bring me a hot meal and got caught in a German bomb raid.
You can't hold yourself responsible for your injury, Mr. Fiddick. Unless you tried to hurt yourself.
Of course I didn't hurt myself. But I can't work until my arm is fixed. My children need to eat.
Tell me more about the death of your wife, Harvey.
1915. I was in the army. Building workshops for the Royal Flying Corps. Helen was happy I...
What happened?
The Germans sent Zeppelins to bomb the construction site, but they missed their target. My wife was bringing my dinner when the bombs fell.
I'm sorry for your loss. So many died during the bombings. I served in France and witnessed the carnage.
I would like to say that she didn't suffer. Truth is, I have no idea. I just know that I'm all that me kids have.
How are your children?
They were smaller then. The only good thing about this is my Helen didn't bring them with her that night.
Porta una pizza.
Goodbye for now, Mr.
I will not let you down, my boy.
Interesante.
Fear and disgust on every street corner.
Good evening, Mr. Hampton. How do you feel?
Dr. Reed, is it? Oh, sir, I must apologize for my behavior.
What do you mean?
I was not myself in the factory. Fear and exhaustion made me say awful things to you, I'm afraid.
You remained perfectly nice and polite. A little delirious, perhaps. But who wouldn't be after enduring an abduction?
Thank you, Doctor. That's a relief. Now I'll...
How did you end up in William Bishop's?
I had received alarming news about his recent behavior. I went to his place, and he refused to let me go.
Why did he abduct you?
William was an alcoholic. His addiction suddenly changed to blood. I don't know why. Just like a patient I met here. This Miss Hawcroft.
You dared to enter this awful place.
I'm just a man trying to help his friends, Dr. Reed. William Bishop was a conflicted soul, searching for light.
Do you know Tom Watts, the bartender from the Turtle? I met him before I found you in the canning factory.
Tom? Yes, of course. Always the helping hand, good old Tom.
Who should I avoid in this part of town, then?
Not really. Most men and women are just doing their best. And it's not my habit to speak ill of people I know.
People are still in
How could it be otherwise? The authorities have left us all to rot in this contagious nightmare. No drugs, no advice, nothing. It's a damn shame.
What is the general situation?
The situation has always been tough, with a lot of tensions between the gangs and the Dockers trade union. The Wet Boot boys are very nervous since they lost their lead.
Who leads the gang?
Since Clay Cox went missing, it's his wife Edwina who runs the show, with the assistance of her minion, Dooth Digby.
Has the gang been threatening?
Ah, no. I've had this nickname for so long, you know, the sad saint of the...
What do you do for a living, Mr. Hampton? I can't help but notice the cross around your neck.
I manage a night asylum for the poor and homeless of the docks. And I try...
Are you a priest, Mr. Hampton? A deacon, maybe?
Not at all, Doctor. I'm just a man of faith, willing to preach the good word.
Why didn't you use your cross against William Bishop? To repel him somehow?
That's a very strange question, Doctor. A cross is no magical token, if that's what you were trying to say. Not mine, anyway.
How do you feel, Mr. Hampton? Medically speaking, I mean.
I feel exhausted. Beyond exhaustion, actually. William drank so much of my blood in his madness. I feel empty.
You're in good hands here. Dr. Swansea is well versed in blood transfusion, and I'm sure he'll take the best care of you.
Thank you, sir. I believe all I need is rest. And then I can go back to the people who need me.
Have you made friends since you arrived?
Not really, but I recognize Miss Harriet Jones. I knew her when she lived by the docks. That poor woman had such a miserable life.
You never came to see her here at Pembroke. Receiving visits when sick can be an important part of the healing process, you know. We're not just bodies.
You're preaching to the converted now, Doctor. To be truly honest, I thought she was dead. She left the docks many months ago.
Goodbye, Mr. Hampton.
Bueno, no creo que tengan con quién hablar.
It's locked, all right.
Habla con todo el hospital, colega.
It's locked. It's locked.
Formación privilegiada.
Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
Pepper, are you sure you want to leave this hospital?
To become a nurse was a little girl's dream.
You should be proud of what you've achieved. This hospital represents hope for many people in need.
Maybe you're right. But at the moment, I feel like we're just a cemetery waiting room.
Nice.
What steps are you prepared?
I don't know yet. My sister believes that the
And what about Milton Hooks?
For Milton, any change means more comfort.
If you feel that saving lives is not useful...
On the contrary, my faith has never been stronger. Maybe we are all just too proud to face up to the fact that science...
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins. I cannot enter.
I cannot enter. usadas, lol. Y 15.
It's locked, all right.
Guapísimo el juego, tío.
This must be the place. It's definitely away from prying eyes. Relegated to the shadows. A kingdom of my own. At least I won't be sleeping in a coffin.
Está muy guapo el juego, tío. Madre mía. Interesante.
The flower's dying. It needs water.
Tienes suficiente ingrediente para mejorar una de tus armas. Aumenta el daño infligido un 10%. Qué guapo ello. Qué guapo está este juego, chavales, os lo digo, No tenéis ni idea de lo que es esto, Está muy pepino el juego. Está muy pepino el juego, chavales. Muy pepino. Muy pepino, tío. Aumenta la absorción de sangre al usar mordedura. ¿Qué pasa, Cicerón? ¿Para qué estamos, tío? Estamos todos liados. Está guapísimo el juego, tío. Te lo digo, ¿eh? Está muy guapo, tío. El paso olvido. A ver, sangre. Está guapísimo, loco, el juego, te lo digo. No sé qué desbloqueas, chavales. Esto. La energía.
If I'm to stay here until my research is complete, I'd better learn to hide my true nature from the mortals.
Bueno, chavales, espero que os haya gustado el directito. Vamos a dejarlo aquí, que tengo que hacer cosillas y he quedado con Fonfi y tal. Y bueno, deciros de que el juego me está gustando bastante, la verdad. Y luego haremos un directito con Fonfi. Así que muchísimas gracias a todos por el apoyo y tal. Y si queréis seguir viendo más directitos de este juego, apoyadlo y darle amor, chicos. Un saludito y nos vemos en un rato. Hasta luego.